like the questions in the textbook, were they done? I'm sharing my screen now, so if you can see any of the questions that were done in the thing, then just tell me. Otherwise, tell me that no, we didn't do any questions. Hmm? Abdul Jabbar, Preshita, Zen, anyone who was there in previous class? Abdul Jabbar, did you guys do any of these questions? Because I'm asking because I was told that you guys had completed. Yes, Abdul Jabbar.
No, ma'am.
No, you hadn't. Chalo, okay, fine. So let's just start with that itself. Going to start sharing my screen. All right. So surface area of a sphere in the previous class, you had studied it. So who will tell me what was the formula?
Total surface area.
There is in the sphere, there is only total surface area.
4 pi r square.
4 pi r square. And does it surprise you that the surface area of sphere is like, imagine a circle of the same radius. Okay, there's a circle of the same radius r. Okay, so the surface area of this is going to be what? Pi r square, right? And if with the same radius you make a sphere, then it is going to be just 4 times that. So it is kind of a surprising thing, a nice thing to look at. I will send you this video. You can check it out, those of you who are interested. Okay. Anyway, so surface area was 4 pi r square. So obviously the surface area of half of that, meaning a hemisphere. So let me just draw it once again. This is our sphere. Oops. This is our okay. So imagine that we need just the hemisphere, just the bottom portion of it. Okay, that is the hemisphere. Maybe it's a bowl or something. So, and if its radius is r, if the radius of this bowl is r, what will be the surface area? Total surface area of, okay, forget about total for now. What will be the curved surface area of this hemisphere? Yeah. Did you guys study hemisphere in the previous class or not?
Ma'am, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Okay, apart from Avni. Abdul Jabbar, you were there, na? What is the curved surface area of hemisphere? It's okay, even if you're not able to tell the right thing, just say something.
Ma'am, 2 pi r square.
Exactly, 2 pi r square. So don't stay quiet when the teacher is asking, okay? 2 pi r square is the curved surface area. So if you imagine a bowl, a hemispherical bowl, then the curved portion of it, that is the curved surface area. Now, what is the total surface area? Imagine that that bowl has a lid, okay? Then the total surface area will be, what will it be? What will it be, total surface area? Yes, Abdul Jabbar.
3 pi r square.
Very good. Why? Because it is the curved surface area plus area of the base, right? Even in
Yes.
cone, we saw it was curved surface area plus area of base. So curved surface area is what? 2 pi r square. And how did we get 2 pi r square? Well, it is half
Yes.
of the total of the area of sphere. So hemisphere means half of sphere. That is why 2 pi r square. Now, curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. So total surface area will be that plus area of the base. And what is the area of the base?
Pi r.
Pi r,
Pi r square.
pi r square, right? Because over here it doesn't look like a circle, but if you imagine a hemispherical bowl or something, the base will be a circle. The lid of it will be a circle. So pi r square. That is how we get 3 pi r square. Okay. So till here it's clear for everyone, right? Preshita, clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Acha. Now let's just do a few basic questions on this. Let's see what all you guys have understood from the previous class.
This is a summary of the last class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find surface area of a sphere whose radius is 7 centimeters. Avni, this is your question, okay?
Okay.
Find CSA and total surface area of a hemisphere of radius 21 centimeters. Abdul Jabbar, this is yours. And find total surface area of a hemisphere of radius, or rather of diameter 20 centimeter. Preshita, this is yours. ठीक है?
Okay.
Fine. Who else is there? Abdul Rahman, you there? Abdul Rahman, are you there? Okay. Then we have Riaz, are you there? Riaz, are you there? Okay. So this is
Ma'am, I got the answer.
you got the answer, Abdul Jabbar. Okay. Just a minute.
Total surface area, curve surface area.
See, Abdul Jabbar, just a minute. I'm coming back to you. Avni, there's a sphere, okay? A sphere only has a curved surface, right? Does a sphere have any flat surface?
Mm.
No. So for a sphere, there is only the curved surface area and total surface area is the same thing. That is why I wrote over here surface area of a sphere. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
Abdul Jabbar, you were saying something. You were saying you have found it. So what is the answer?
Ma'am, CSA is 132 centimeter square.
No,
Ma'am, CSA.
no, it's not. Let's do it together, okay? So this is question number 1, this is question number 2, and
Ma'am,
question number.
Ma'am, I got the answer, which is 942 centimeter square.
Achha, just a minute, Preshita. Just
Yeah.
a minute. Abdul Jabbar, did you find your mistake?
Yes, ma'am, I forgot to do square.
हाँ ठीक है तो next Preshita, one sec, your question was this one, third one na? Just a minute. What did you say, Preshita? Preshita, your
Ma'am,
answer was?
uh, it was 942 centimeter square.
Okay, good. Now do the
Yeah.
first one, Preshita. First one is very simple. Don't do that. Do the second one.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Now, Abdul Jabbar, what is the first part? What is CSA?
Ma'am, CSA is 2772
Centimeter
centimeters.
square. Very good. Then,
And then total surface area is 4158 centimeters.
very good. Now, Abdul Jabbar, try the third one.
If radius is 7 centimeters, so 7 it will be the double of 7.
What
The
will be the
diameter.
double of 7? We don't need the diameter over here, do we? Look at the formula which is there on the screen.
Yes,
Formula
yes.
for that requires radius itself, and you already have the radius. So you just have to put in the value of r in that formula.
Ma'am, is answer 3768.
For the which one? Third one?
Third one.
No.
Mm.
Remember one thing, the diameter is 20, not the radius.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, my answer is, yeah, it's 300, 307.72.
No.
Ma'am, I
Okay,
got my answer.
okay, just a minute, Preshita.
Yeah.
Type it in the chat box, Preshita. Avni, how did you do
Okay.
it?
Ma'am, the first one I took
What is
CS,
the formula?
CSA 2 pi r
But say,
square.
what are we asking in the question? Read it, read the question.
Find the surface area of sphere and radius is 7
Huh.
centimeter.
Of sphere. Which formula is surface area of sphere?
TSA
No, see from the starting of the page. What is the formula for surface area of sphere?
4 pi r square.
Hmm. Did you get it now?
Ma'am, I didn't see that.
Acha. See, over here, this one was a hemisphere. The one that you have applied, that is a hemisphere. That means half of a sphere, right? So the area of surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. Okay? Kindly make the correction. Then, okay, Preshita, your first one is correct. Your second one is also correct. Then Abdul Jabbar, yes, Abdul Jabbar. Your answer is also correct. Uh-oh. Now let's do a different
Is
type of
the answer for the first one 615.44?
six. Okay, what have you used as pi?
3.14.
No. See, I think I told this thing to you guys in the last class also, that whenever you have, now everyone listen carefully, whenever you have radius or anything for anything for that matter, like for over here you have radius only, but in cone you have slant height also, you have height also. If in any question, you have any of the quantities, any of the measurements given as a multiple of 7, that means 7 or 14 or 21, 28, 35, and so on. If the measurements are given as a multiple of 7, then you always use pi as 22/7 so that the 7 and the 7 will get cancelled. Okay. If it is given as let's say 10, your radius is 10 or 20 or multiples of 10, then use 3.14. If it's not any of the above, then just use 3.14 itself. Okay. So Avni, long story short, over here you have to use pi as 22/7. Then you will get the exact answer, which is going to be 616 centimeters square. Okay, Avni?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's see a few more questions. Let's first do the exercise. Uh-oh. You guys can do the first question, right? Find the surface area of a sphere which has the following radius. So coming to exercise 11.2, first question. According to my book, it is the first question. So kindly see what it is in your book. Find the surface area of a sphere of radius 10.5 centimeters. Then the second one is 5.6 centimeters and the third one is 14 centimeters. Abdul Jabbar, do the third one. Reshita, do the second one, and Avni, do the first one. Okay.
Can you repeat the
Yeah,
question?
The question is, these are the radii of certain spheres. All of
Okay.
these are radii. You have to find the surface area of the sphere. Find surface area of sphere in each of the following cases. So, Avni, you have to do the first one, Reshita second, and Abdul Jabbar third.
Curve the total surface area.
Sorry,
Ma'am, total surface area.
I was explaining the same thing to Avni just a few minutes ago.
Ma'am,
In
I
a
could not
sphere,
hear
there
you.
is, in a sphere, there is only one type of area, which is total surface area. You can call it total also because total surface area is equal to the curved surface area in case of a sphere, because sphere doesn't have any flat parts, na? So curved or total, same thing. So that is why we have only one formula for sphere, as you can see over here.
Okay.
ठीक है, Prashita?
Yeah.
I hope you guys are making a list of the different shapes and their areas, the curved area, the total area.
Mom has answered 2464.
Wait, yours is the which one? Third one, na? 2464. Yes, correct. Now do the first one. Abdul Jabbar, do the first one. And then type it in the chat box. Avni, in your case, you have to use 3.14, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Or wait a minute. No, Avni, listen, don't use 3.14. Use 22/7. Because, okay, wait. See, the first one. See, Avni, What is the formula for the area?
4 pi r square.
Very good. 4 pi r square. This can be written as 4 into pi is 22 by 7 into r is 10.5 into 10.5. Okay.
Ma'am, I got my answer.
Okay. Type it in the chat box, Prishita. Now 10.5, Avni, 10.5 can be written as 105 by 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this one, I'm going to leave it as it is. Now this 7 will get cancelled with this 105. How? 7 ones are 7, 3 is remainder, and 7 fives are 35. So what are we left with? We are left with 88 into 15 into, or rather 88 into 1.5 into 10.5. So just solve this. This thing I wrote it as 1.5. Okay, Avni? So now just solve this and tell me what it's coming
But in a question, how will we find out if we have to use 3.14 or 22 by 7?
as. See, for your exercise, for the sake of your exercises, Prishta, write your answer in the chat box, okay? See, for the sake of your exercises, they have mentioned at the top of the exercise that use pi as 22 by 7 unless stated otherwise. So you have to use it by default, you have to use it as 22 by 7. But in cases where the radius is a multiple of 10, like, 20, 30, 100, and so on, then use it as 3.14 because in that case the decimal place will get shifted because of the 10. Getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So by default use 22 by 7. Abdul Jabbar has written his answer for the first one. Okay, ठीक है Abdul Jabbar. Now try the second one, Abdul Jabbar. Preshita, try the first one. Not the first one. I've already done the first one on the screen. So try the third one, Preshita.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it 1386?
Very good. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, Avni, try the second one in a similar manner. Try the second one.
Ma'am, you were saying something about using 3.14 as pi for the second one.
No, use 22 by 7. Because when you use 22 by 7 and you have 4 into pi into r square, which is 5.6 into 5.6. Okay. So this 5.6 can be written as 56 by 10. So now you have 7 8s are 56. Then you will be able to solve it easily. Acha, Preshita has given this one. The third one. हाँ ठीक है Preshita. Now Preshita, can you do the first one? Okay, so let's do one thing. If you're still solving it, it's okay. Take it down as homework. Leave space for it. Take it down as homework because these are the very basic ones. And theek hai Abdul Jabbar, your answer is correct. Now let's move on to a different question. Let's do the fourth question. In my book, it is the fourth question. I will write it down. The radius of a spherical balloon increases from 7 centimeters to 14 centimeters as air is being pumped into it. Find the ratio of surface areas of the balloon in the two cases. Let me know when you're done writing this question so that we can discuss what it is. Done writing it? Avni? Reshita? Abdul
One
Jabbar?
second.
Okay.
Ma'am, should we use 22/7 in this?
We are going to do this. I'm just asking, are you guys done writing the question? We'll discuss the question
Yes,
now.
ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, fine. So what is happening here? There's a spherical balloon. The radius in the first case is 7 centimeters. Then when you pump more air into it, it becomes bigger and the radius becomes double. The radius becomes 14 centimeters. Here I'm not able to show exact double, but you get the point. Okay, 14 centimeters. They are not asking you to find the surface areas in both the cases. They are asking you to find the ratio of surface areas. So Preshita, it won't matter whether you are using pi as 22/7 or 3.14 because you don't have to find
Okay.
the two surface areas. What will happen is, what is ratio? See, ratio of small sphere is to, or not small sphere, ratio of surface area of small sphere is to surface area of big sphere. Okay, this basically means ratio is nothing but a fraction, right? Surface area of small sphere divided by surface area of big sphere. Done till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is equal to, now what is the surface area of a small sphere? What is the formula? 4 pi r square. Don't write r square, okay? Because if you write it like this, 4 pi r square, 4 pi r square, then it will both get cancelled. Remember, this r and this r are two different things. They are supposed to be different r's. We are supposed to denote them by different letters. So anyway, we can write it as 4 pi. R in the first case is 7. So 4 pi 7 squared. And in the second case, it is 4 pi into what squared? What squared? What should I put in this bracket here?
14
What
squared?
happened? 14 squared, yeah. 14 squared. Now see, this 4 and this 4 will get cancelled. This pi and this pi will get cancelled. What are we left with? We are left with 7 squared by 14 squared. And that is how much? What is 7 squared? What is 7 squared? Avni, what is 7 squared?
49.
49. Abdul Jabbar, what is 14 squared? You have to remember all these values, okay? You have to memorize them just like you have memorized the times tables.
196.
196. So keep them in your memory. 196. So this is going to be the answer. 49 by 196.
Ma'am, they
And
can be simplified as well, right?
yes, they can be simplified. In fact, instead of doing this, what we can do is you can write it as 7 into 7 by 14 into 14, na? Because 7 squared is 7 into 7, 14 squared is 14 into 14.
Yeah.
So 7 twos are 14, 7 twos are 14. So it is 1 by 4.
Okay.
This is the final answer. And I'm asking you to do it like this because if you sit and start dividing like this, it's going to take a long time. That is why.
Yeah.
So please note it down. Let me know when you're done so that we can move on to the next. Acha, tell me one thing. What unit should we write here?
Centimeter square.
No. Ratio, remember this always. Ratio never has any unit. Why? Because see, ratio is surface area of something divided by surface area of something else. So the unit of the first one, the numerator, the unit will be centimeter squared. Then denominator also same unit, so they will both get cancelled. So you will end up with no unit. So ratio never has any unit. Okay? This is going to be your answer. Is this thing clear about the units? Avni?
Yes, ma'am. Here.
Let me know when you're done writing this. Hmm. Avni done?
Yes, ma'am. The last step. Only.
Hmm. After that, note down the next question. Abdul Jabbar, unmute please.
Ma'am, 10.
Okay. Abdul Jabbar.
Yes, ma'am.
So, have you written this question, Abdul Jabbar?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So it's a hemispherical bowl. So first of all, let's. Acha, can someone tell me why are they talking about inner diameter? What does that mean?
Ma'am, the inside of the ball.
Yeah. See, if you have a bowl with you, if you ever, if you just try to remember or recall any of the bowls you've seen, not necessarily hemispherical, any shape, okay? It's not always like this, right? It's like this. Just a minute. So there is a thickness of the bowl also. The bowl has some thickness as well. Not able to draw it properly here. But the bowl has some thickness as well, right? So this thickness is also going to have some measure. So for example, if the inner diameter from here to here is, let's say, 10.5 centimeters, then from here to here it will also be something, let's say, 0.1 centimeters or 0.2 centimeters, anything. It could be anything, right? So the overall, the total radius, or it's sometimes it is called the outer radius of the sphere, will be 10.5 plus something, the thickness of this portion. So right now we are concerned with only the internal part, the inner part. Okay. That is why they have said the inner diameter. Is this clear? So diameter is 10.5 centimeters. What will the radius be? What will the radius be? Abdul Jabbar, what will the radius be?
5.
5. 5 point something, right?
5.25.
Yeah.
5.25 centimeters. Okay. If you want, you can even calculate that and check. 5.25 centimeters. Now we have to find the cost of tin plating it on the inside at the rate of this. So tin plating it means what? You're just going to be using the curved surface area, not the total surface area. Total means, imagine there's a lid on top of it and you're considering the lid as well. But here there's no lid in the picture. So we just need the curved surface area. So CSA of hemisphere is how much?
2 pi r square.
2 pi r square. So here have they told us what to take? No. So let's do it with pi as 22 by 7 itself. So 2 into 22 by 7 into 5.25 into 5.25. The first 5.25, I am writing it as 525 by 100. I hope no one has an issue with this. This is clear. We have discussed this, how it is coming like this. Okay? Shall we move ahead, Avni?
Yeah.
Okay. So 7, 7, 7 7s are 49. So 3 and 7 5s are 35. So we are left with this. So we have 75 into 2 is 150 into 22 into 5.25. Calculate and tell me how much this is coming. So this thing.
Ma'am, 173.25.
173.25.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. That's the CSA of the hemisphere.
Yes, ma'am. 173.25 centimeters square.
Okay. This is going to be 17325 by 100, which is going to be 173.25 centimeters squared. Okay. Now what do we have to do? We have to find the cost of tin plating it on the inside at the rate of this. So for 100 centimeters square, it costs rupees 16. It's given in the question. Rupees 16
So
per 100
for,
centimeters square.
yeah, so 0.16 rupees for 1 centimeter square.
Yes. So per one, not 0.16, 0.16. That's the way we say it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
so that is going to be 173.25 multiplied by 16 by 100. Okay. So find this out. Tell me if my answer is correct or if there's some calculation error.
No, ma'am, it's correct.
Correct? Okay. Avni, Abdul Jabbar, till where have you reached?
I'm doing the calculation.
Okay. So when we have found the CSA, we will write it in put it in a box. Even though they haven't asked us to find the CSA, but we will still put it in a box. So that when the teacher is searching for, okay, where has this person found the CSA, they can see it clearly. Next, let's come to the sixth question. Find the radius of a sphere whose surface area is 154 centimeters squared. So what you have to do here is, see, it was till now what we were doing was, we are given the radius, we have to find the area. Radius, find area. But here we have the other way around. We have area is given and you have to find the radius. So that is also
Yeah, it's
pretty
again
simple.
just filling the values in.
Yeah. So we know that area, surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. So just
Yeah.
put in the value of area, which is 154, is equal to 4 into pi, which is 22 by 7, into radius, we don't know, radius square, right? Then quickly find out the radius and tell me. Avni, did you understand this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, 539 by 44 is r square. So now the root of r square will be um
539 by 44.
yeah, is
There's
r
some
square.
calculation error.
Okay, ma'am, I'll just check again.
Yes. No, there is no calculation error, Avni, sorry, Preshita. But 539, check whether it is divisible by 11 or not. And it will be divisible by
Okay,
11.
ma'am. Yeah, it is.
So 539 is divisible by 11 and the denominator is also divisible. So then
Yeah.
just simplify it and then you can
539 is 11 into 49.
49. So that will be 49 divided by 4, right? So what you're going to get is r square is 49 by 4. So r will be root of 49 by 4. What is root
Yeah,
49?
which is 7. So
Root
7 by
49
2.
is 7 and root 4 is 2. So 7
Yeah.
by 2.
Ma'am, do we need to simplify it further into decimals?
Yeah, just 7 by 2, na? So r is 7 by 2
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know that 7 by 2 is 3.5. It's not a big
Yeah.
calculation, just a very small
Oh,
calculation.
yeah.
So you can do that. And it's better to write it in for this chapter. See, for your rational numbers wala chapter, I think it's called number systems. Yeah, the number systems wala chapter, it's better to write things in fraction form. But in this
Yeah.
chapter, it's better to write it in decimal form.
Okay, ma'am.
Where have you reached, dear?
Can you solve my doubt which I had in the question paper?
Yes, yes, solving it. After this question, we are solving it. Acha, Avni, have you reached till here? Done this question? I didn't hear you.
No.
Yes, okay. Chalo. So from here, let's solve your doubt. Yes, Avni, what was your doubt?
Those are multiple choice.
Tell me.
So
Yes, Avni.
the question was the cost of a pen is rupees 5, less than half of the cost of the notebook. Write the statement as linear equation in two variables where x is the cost of notebook and y is the cost of pen.
1 minute. Cost of a pen is rupees 5 less than half of the cost of the notebook, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now don't look at the options because in such questions, the options are only going to confuse you. So what you do here is cost of, acha, what did they say? X and Y is what?
X is the cost of the notebook, y is the cost of the pen.
Okay. So in place of cost of pen, we are going to write what? Y. In place of cost of notebook, we are going to write X. Then we
Yes.
have a few other things that are given to us. rupees 5 less than and half of. Okay. So cost of a pen, y, and this, they said cost of a pen is rupees 5 less than so and so. So is, and
Equal.
I have told you this before, yes, is means equal to. So y is equal to rupees 5 less than, meaning you have to subtract 5 from whatever is going to be over here. Okay. For example, see, don't get confused. Is it going to be 5 minus so and so, or will it be so and so minus 5? So one way to clear your doubt is just think of a normal scenario in which you say, I am 5 years less than my sister, or my age is 5 years less than my sister's age. So that means you do your sister's age minus 5, right? That is why we are doing the whatever is going to come here, that minus 5. Now they are saying less than. Less than thing is done. So this is your less than, means this minus sign, and this rupees 5 is over here. Now half of the cost of the notebook. Cost of the notebook is what? X. Cost of the notebook is X. Half of the cost of the notebook. Half of X is how much?
2.
Like this, X by 2, or
Yes.
1 by 2 into X. Same thing. So that is what we have written here. So this is going to be your answer.
Okay.
Y is equal to X by 2 minus 5. So what are the options?
First one is y is equal to x. Yeah, the answer. X by 2 minus 5.
Achha, okay. So this is going to be the answer. Fine.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
next question.
The next question is a linear equation with two variable is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 where, yeah, the options are there.
What are the options?
A is equal to 0, comma c is equal to 0, b a is not equal to 0, b is equal to c 0, c a is equal to 0, b is not equal to 0, d a is equal to 0, b is also not equal to 0.
One sec. What's the difference between the C and the D question options?
The c one is a is equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0. And in the d, both are not equal to 0.
Acha, okay. A linear equation in two variables. See, Avni, in such a question, just think about it. If A becomes 0 and B also becomes 0, okay. Let's say a linear equation in two variables. So let's say if A becomes 0, imagine just A becomes 0. Then what will happen? This X wala term will not be there anymore if A becomes 0, because their entire term is 0. So now you will have only one variable. So it's no longer a linear equation in two variables, right? It has only one variable. So A cannot be 0, right? So this option is eliminated and this option is eliminated. Fine. So because A cannot be 0, that this thing we have established. How have we established that? Well, if you put A is equal to 0, then this no longer is a linear equation in two variables. So that is why we have eliminated those two options where A was 0. Now, what if B becomes 0? Well, if B becomes 0, then again, this term is not there. It becomes a linear equation in one variable only. In the question, they have clearly mentioned what? Linear equation in
Two variables.
two variables. So this also cannot be 0. So B also cannot be
So
0.
the last
So
one.
in, yeah. So B is also not 0. Okay, this one. See, your, if they say, see over here also B is equal to 0, so this is also not an option. So A cannot be 0, B cannot be 0. But yes, C can be 0. For example, if you have 2x plus 3y is equal to 0. So here in this case, C is 0. So that's not an issue. Okay. Clear? Okay. All right, class. So that's it for today. And I'll be sending you some homework. please complete it. And it's just very basic questions again. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, class.
Thank you, ma'am.